Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and like always, thank you so much for your support. So this character just hit maps. This is the end of day 1 and it has been a absolute blast to level. The experience was pretty seamless. The character felt super tanky the entire leveling process, and I am actually pretty excited to get this into endgame. If you didn't see the previous video, I hinted that I would be playing a Righteous Fire Inquisitor, and here we are. The character is, like I mentioned, a lot of fun. We leveled with Wintertide brand. And yeah, that was actually the first time I ever leveled with Wintertide brand, and it wasn't as rough as I thought it would be, but it was really nice just to have a very tanky character, which is something I haven't played in a long time. So with that said, we're gonna go over the gear. Nothing good to look at. Spoiler alert. We'll look at the passive tree, and then we're going to do a couple of tier 1 maps. Again, these are the very first maps I'm running on this character, and I will share that with you guys. So let's get into the gear. Okay, so getting into the gear, like I mentioned, nothing to scoff at. This is just basically leveling gear that should get us into the first couple of maps until we're able to build some currency, get a little bit more gear. But surprisingly enough, Righteous Fire is doing quite a bit of damage up until this point. And I think this scepter is definitely helping out, pulling its own weight. We got +1 level of all fire spell skill gems on here, along with some elemental damage and some crafted fire damage on there. We have some budget helmet with life, increased regeneration rate, some resistances, some armor there. Let's not look at this shield or talk about this shield at all. Literally just dexterity and fire damage on there, nothing at all. Budget amulet, I think it's just, yeah, resistances, life, and dexterity. One thing I did notice is this character does struggle with dexterity a little bit, so we might have to pick up a dexterity node on the tree coming up. We have a 5 link with I think it's just life, and yeah, life and resistances, nothing out of this world. We have a ring with some resistances, life, another ring with resistances and life, a little bit of dexterity on there. We actually got this like probably a very early acts. I think it was like act 3 or act 2, and probably act 3, and it had a 72 life roll on there, and we've been using that ever since. Just crafted some resistances on there. Super budget boots that I crafted movement speed on, and just an 80 life belt. Like I mentioned, very budget gear, but it's actually doing pretty good damage for the lack of gear that this character has. We are also running Determination, Vitality, and Purity of Elements at the moment. We also have a Stone Golem. We will be fitting in a Malevolence here pretty soon. Our Aura is Infernal Cry for some extra damage on harder to kill rares and bosses. We are also using our Fire Trap. So all things considered, the character feels pretty fun to play. The gear is not great, but it is sustaining our current content, which is all you could ever ask for. And with that out of the way, I think we'll move into the passive tree. Perfect. So this is the passive tree for this character. We started off coming right out of the gates into Retribution. We actually went up here and grabbed all of these brand nodes along with Runebinder, since we did level up as Wintertide brand. Once that was done, we came up here and made it up here to these damage over time nodes, and I believe we traverse through here, yeah, to get all of these aura nodes here, including the Mastery Fort as well. We didn't get this yet. Instead, we came all the way down, grabbed some of these life nodes here and all of these life nodes here. By the time we finished this up, we were able to transition into Righteous Fire because we had just finished our Cruel Ascendancy and got Pious Path. Actually, this is more than enough to sustain your Righteous Fire at that level, even if you have extremely budget gear. Something that I did notice is that capping resistances was actually very, very easy with this character because we do get a lot of resistances from the tree. So that was not something that I had to worry about. And then on top of that, we're also running Purity of Elements, which just makes it even easier. Next up, we're coming down here now at level 61, 62, I think we're at. We grabbed Call of Arms, we grabbed this life wheel here. We're gonna get some more mana reservation on here. But first, I think I might pick up this dexterity node here, since we are struggling with dexterity a little bit. So that about covers it for the tree for now. I'll make sure to cover the tree on the follow-up videos if you guys want to look at that as well. But let's get into some maps. Without further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Like stepping into a dream.